Hi, my name is Dr. Taylor Van Wyden. We're going over reason number 3 why you have symptoms of low thyroid, but your doctor still can't figure it out. You still have the hair loss, the fatigue, the weight gain, the depression, the bowel issues. The list goes on and on. If you're taking your Synthroid, your levothyroxine, or your Armour, whatever you're taking, and you're still having symptoms of low thyroid, there's something amiss in the system that's being obviously missed, but we need to figure out what that is. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is what's called increased cytokines. So what are cytokines? Cytokines are actually a protein that are released by certain immune cells when they're activated. So basically they're released by the immune system when it's challenged, if you're having some kind of immune response. So what kind of things can increase cytokines? Well, things like food allergies, things that you don't know that you're actually affected by autoimmune-wise or just immune system-wise that affect your system. Hidden gut infections, things like maybe candida overgrowth or yeast overgrowth. Hidden viruses, which could be like cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr, herpes simplex. These viruses that hide inside the system and don't really give symptoms but are affecting you in different ways and challenging the nervous system and your immune system. Or Lyme. I mean, Lyme is a very chronic issue that is constantly increasing cytokines because it's constantly challenging your immune system. So there's lots of reasons why you can have increased cytokines. So how do cytokines themselves give you low thyroid? Well, here the number one reason is it suppresses the hypothalamus pituitary axis. So if you remember from some of our previous videos, is the hypothalamus is in the brain. What the hypothalamus does is it releases thyrotropin releasing hormone. What that thyrotropin releasing hormone does is it goes to your pituitary. When it goes to your pituitary is actually what releases TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone. So thyroid stimulating hormone is a brain hormone. It's not a thyroid hormone. So if you have a discommunication between this axis, your hypothalamus can't properly signal your pituitary, it's going to decrease your TSH levels. Now your pituitary does a lot of hormonal things as well. So not only is TSH being affected, but a lot of other hormones. So it's a really bad deal. Number 2, what it does is it decreases the conversion from T4 to T3. So if you remember, what happens is when this thyroid stimulating hormone comes to your pituitary and goes to your thyroid releases 93% T4 and 7% T3. So those are the thyroid hormones. Now remember, T3 is the active form of the hormone, so you only have 7% of that. So this 93% of T4 needs to be converted into T3 at different places in the body. 60% in the liver, 20% in the gut, and 20% in the peripheral parts of your tissues. So if you can't convert T4 to T3 like you're supposed to, the active form of the hormone, you're going to have symptoms of low thyroid. So what happens is cytokines affect what's called 5' deiodinase. So 5' deiodinase is the enzyme that does the conversion from T4 to T3. So this enzyme is being affected and it can't work like it's supposed to. Your conversion goes down greatly. Number 3, what it also does is it gives you thyroid resistance. So what is thyroid resistance? So what happens is with cytokines is they block what are called receptor sites on your cell. So when you get T3, you have a proper number of T3 hormone. What it does is it goes to the cell, it crosses the cell membrane, and it goes to the nucleus and attaches to the DNA to turn on genes and turn off genes. So the cell membrane here has a receptor site that your T3 hormone has to cross, or a little bit of T4 can cross as well, to go into the cell to do what it's supposed to do. So what cytokines do is they block these sites. So instead of your T3 going across the cell membrane, it can't enter the cell. So it gives you symptoms of thyroid resistance. So what needs to be done is proper testing to figure out what's going on in the system. You know, do you have a food allergy that's causing this issue? Do you have a hidden gut infection? Do you have a hidden virus going on in the system? Do you have Lyme? A lot of Lyme testing actually comes back negative when you actually are suffering from Lyme disease. So the proper testing needs to be done to figure out why you have the low the low thyroid symptoms. And one of those things is, like I say, is cytokines. So doing the proper testing is paramount. And that's why we implore you, or if you're suffering from some kind of a thyroid issue, come in. Get a consultation with us, see if we can help you or not. If we can, we will. Like I say, proper testing is paramount to figure out why you still have the symptoms. If you have the hair loss, the depression, the bowel issues, the weight gain, you can't lose it, but you're on your thyroid meds, something else is happening. Something else is causing the thyroid to not work like it's supposed to, whether it's a conversion issue or a resistance issue. Those things need to be found out and sought so you can feel well again. My name is Dr. Taylor Van Weinboom, and I hope to see you on our next video.